What's Corey saying? Okay, that's something different. Okay, so next up on the docket is this question. Somebody sent this question in, and the question is, how old? How old do a motherfucker gotta be before he stop cheating? How old do a motherfucker got to be before his ass stop cheating? I'm gonna answer some of these questions while I see that. Y'all, what is the answer to that? How old do a motherfucker got to be before he quit playing around? All right. Millicent said, no, that's her talking about Gretch. Amy said she's very confident. They don't like it. Absolutely. Danielle said, motherfucker got to be dead. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. All right. So, Tracy said her daddy is 73. But do we still cheat though, Tracy? That's the question. Or has he stopped cheating? That's what we need to know. Do we still cheat or has he stopped cheating? I'm gonna tell y'all what I what I think. G Mac Cash. Yep. Corey said, yep, dead. Corey then came in the end talking about yep, dead. I hope not. Millicent said the song is named Big Gretch. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Let me tell y'all what I used to think. I used to think. I remember, matter of fact, I said this to my mother one time, and she laughed so hard. I said, "I mean this." I was when I heard about something called when I heard about something called what is it? Shit, I can't think of what's the name of the pill, the little blue pill. They give them some girth. Viagra. Viagra. When I first heard about Viagra and what it did, I remember saying to my mother, because I had been around enough to hear enough stories, women's stories, right? And I said, that is so unfair. And mama said, what? Miller said, niggas never stop. I said, that is so unfair. She kept saying, what? But I kept thinking this is so. I said, this is what I told my mother. I said, it used to be a time where women, because this is what I saw as as a young woman. I said, well, women could wait. I would think they could look forward to the time when their husband would sit his ass down somewhere and realize that, he can stop trying to catch the whole train, because even if he could catch it, they would throw his ass off. And so then toward the end or the sunset of his life, they could relax and she could finally enjoy her husband and he could finally enjoy his wife. And then they made some shit called Viagra, which means now he ain't got to sit his ass down somewhere because he got Viagra that make him think that he's 25 when he's still 105. So now all the years that she spent with his ass, she don't even have the sunset days of his life to look forward to. Does that make sense? Oh, let's see. Tracy said there is nothing faithful about my dad. Oh boy. At 73, Tracy. Millicent said niggas never stop. Amy said, oh no. Corey said, okay, for real. One stopped after counseling after the fear of being lost. One just grew up. But that's hopeful. Danielle said, my dad only stopped cheating at near 60 after a quadruple bypass. So he stopped cheating so he didn't die. Amy said, the turn up is real again. Corey said, what is allowed will only continue. Oh, there you go. She said, Corey said, what is allowed will only continue. So, okay, that's true. But some of them do when you don't allow it. Corey, you know that's the truth now. Some of them do it. You. I guess you would have to say how what does allowing look like, or what does not allowing look like? Because a whole bunch of brothers, Danielle said no, he stopped because he couldn't do anything but that long recovery. That is not making me feel good at all. Tracy said, your daddy said he's 73, he's still at it. I mean, like, Tracy, like, for real, like, still at it? Or, like, is it just in his mind? Like, I got this cousin, right? I ain't gonna say no names. He swear he is God gifted women. I better not say any much more because they might be listening or something. But I swear, in his head, he think that he is Don Juan. I'm thinking, are you serious, dude? For real? So that's what I'm saying. Is your daddy still cheating? I mean, is he really cheating, or is he cheating in his head? Amy said, "That's it, Corey." Corey said, "I'll pack my shit." Oh, okay. So that's the not allowance. I'll pack my shit. I got that. I got that. Old, broke down, and still out there. I'm out. Amy said, "Chill, who?" Danielle said, "That nigga told me he cheated with a nurse he met in the hospital on the way to maternity the day my sister was born." Damn. 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 That's horrible. Okay, so maybe the question is this. I'm about to juice it up a little bit. Okay, so if we know that it seems to me, it looks to me as if men are not often do they stop young, right? Women gas him up. He's a sugar daddy. Oh, really? So like young women? You talking about young women, Tracy? So like, is he? I mean, does he date young women? That reminds me of my grandfather. My mother's father married a woman that was, excuse me, the same age as my mother. And he was 60 something years old at the time, which would have made her sound like because she was like a second generation child. My mother was like 24, 25, and my grandfather at 60 something years old married a 25-year-old woman. Had the whole family in an uproar. Gassed him up. He was a sugar daddy. So my question is this: you all can continue to talk if you have anything else to say. So my question is, if we know that they don't typically slow down even when they're older, then the next question is, and Corey might have one answer, but the next question is, how do women deal with that? Or how can we deal with that if we know that there's a possibility that up in this as old as 73, his ass will still be trying? Because the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna throw this out there and y'all can do what y'all want to do with it, but I would love to hear what you have to say. The truth of the matter is, I remember I had a cousin one time. I won't say her, I'm gonna say Wani. I had a cousin named Wani. I'll say that. She's an older woman. Like she could have been my, great aunt. She's a lot older than me. And she had a husband that she would call Babe, as she called me. Hey, Babe. I never heard her call his name. I didn't even know what his name was. So I was good and grown. I said, what is his name? What is his name? Because I never heard her call his name. Babe. Babe, you want this? Babe, you want that? Babe. Way before people start, babe became normal or came so regular. Babe. And he was always, yeah, I know, baby. So, real loving, right? And they had been together, I don't know, 50 years. But I know that because of the conversations I heard, there's no way. I mean, he had taken her through some shit. Let me just say that. But she never left him. And he seemingly respected her. I'm saying that about what I saw in public. I ain't talking about nothing else. I'm just talking about what I saw in public. That he seemed to be respectful of her and really kind of seemingly very caring as well. But I found out that as they were younger, or I don't know when he stopped, but at one time, at one point, he'd taken her through a lot of shit, right? Now, I'm gonna say that. Now I'm gonna say this. My experiences has told me that most people that have been married more than 10 or 15 years, let me go a little higher. Most people that have been married more than 20 or more years, they done been through some shit. When you see people that's been together 40 and 50 years, they done been through a gang of shit. So my question to you is, if you can't stop him, or if you can expect that he may still be trying to catch the whole train up into 73 or beyond, then how do you deal with that as a woman? Because apparently you're going to deal with it one way or another. So if he going to be doing this up in, if there's a possibility he'll be 73 years old, Tracy, and got somebody calling him sugar daddy, or he's still thinking he they sugar daddy, then how does a woman deal with that, or does she deal with it? Because there's no way possible you're going to have a long-term relationship really without trucking through some shit. So let me know what you think about that. How do you deal with it then? How do you, what way do you deal with it? And a lot of us on here are married, and if not married, in some long-term relationships, and if not in some long-term relationships, those of you who I know, or been in some long-term relationships. And so how do you deal with it? How do you deal with it and stay sane? Or how do you deal with it and still feel worthy? Or how do you deal with it and keep your sanity? Or how do you deal with it and still feel good about who you are? Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna check my messages right quick. See if there's anything else in there. How do we deal with it, ladies? Gentlemen, if any men out there, because some women got, I don't have to tell y'all know some cheating women out here too. Some women that you can't trust. Can't trust as far as you can see them. How do you deal with it? KFI engage, empower, employ. I think I know who that is. Says, all right now, I'm at the right place. I think that's Richard. So we have definitely, I know there's a gentleman in the building. So let us know, what do we do? How do we deal with that? Okay, D Brown said, I think we need some mothers in here to answer that. It's a good point. You just gave me an idea. Remember I talked about, I don't know if you were in here earlier, Danielle, when I was saying that I'm looking for a way so that I can bring people on, it would be great to have some conversation like this with some older ladies. I'm on it. I'm gonna make that happen. I agree with you. That would be good. Would that be good? From one generation to the next. Okay, Corey said, many families accept it. So men do it and women expect it. My father isn't from a cheating family. He didn't. His brothers didn't. And our family doesn't support it. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think it's okay to cheat. I don't think it's okay either. When you say y'all didn't support it, was there any Corey, how do you know? How do you know nobody's cheated? Is it that nobody has cheated, or is it that because it's not supported, it never came, it's never made known? Tell me, give me some answers for that. Tracy says some people are just accepted for who they are. Good, bad, ugly. A lot of women just justify it by saying it could always be worse. Sad but true. Amy said you have to first decide whether you want to deal with it. That's true. That's true. Tracy said 21 years. She got 21 years in the game. Anybody in here? Oh, Amy got 21. Amy, you got 25 years in the game. It's been that long? Yeah, I guess that has. You're right. Whoa, 25 years. You a G. You an OG of this bitch. You an OG. Huh. Okay, so let me go back to yeah, Corey, I'm waiting for you to give me some answers for that. Explain that to me. Tracy says some people are just accepted for who they are. Good, bad. And that's true. A lot of women justify it by saying it could always be worse. So that's a good point. That's a good question. I mean, that's a good statement, Tracy, which makes me think about something else. 26 years, almost 26 years. Victorious Roots, FBO says married 27 years together for 35. Ooh, you got some road. Oh my goodness, you done traveled some road. She's been together 35 years. Yeah, you an OG for real. Yeah, you almost gonna make it to one of the mothers. 35 years, that's big time right there. Tracy, you said something that's made me think of something interesting. You said some people are just accepted for the good, bad, and the ugly. And my question is, Victorious Roots, Vicky, aha. I didn't know you had been together with your husband that long. That's a blessing. Okay, so here's my question, Tracy. Well, to any of you. Do they, not they, let me see. Is it possible that your husband should be accepted for good, bad, and the ugly? Or in other words, what I'm thinking is, when I read that, what I thought about is, what does agape love really look like? What does unconditional love really look like? Are we required as wives to love unconditionally? I'm asking all these questions. Y'all can answer them any way you want to. Are we required to love unconditionally? Because what I thought was, when Tracy said that some are just accepted for good and bad, I thought, yeah, that's true. Some are. And I was thinking in my mind, I ain't doing that for good, bad, and ugly. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. Are we required to do that as wives? I'm not sure what your faith might be, but in terms of, if you're Christian, I want you to answer this question, or try to, Rosin said it doesn't look like that. Okay, so you said unconditional love. Are you saying, Rosin, that unconditional love doesn't look like that? Let me know, because unconditional is unconditional, ain't it? Amy said you go back to your vows. Okay, but people have different vows. What do your vows say? What did the vows say? Tracy, what does tolerance look like? That might be it. That might be tolerance. And should we tolerate? I'm not saying we should. I'm just thinking about it. Amy said, for better or for worse. When infidelity happens, you have to make a choice. Yeah. Okay. Rosin, you said yes to what? Amy said it is. What is? Tell me what you mean. Because what I'm thinking about is, we're told as Christians to, are we expected as Christians to love unconditionally, especially when it comes to our mates? Aren't we expected to love unconditionally? Everybody has a deal breaker. Outside babies and shopping or slapping me around, I may be able to forgive and fair, maybe. but the outside baby and the beating, somebody trying to beat on you will be a deal breaker. That's what you're saying, Tracy. Corey said, I'll say this. I'm on the mind. What's good for the what you say now? What you say now? Okay, she said, I'm gonna tell you what she said now. She said, Corey said, I'll say this. I'm on the mindset of what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't do anything you don't expect. Absolutely. Grow up and focus on your family. Grow up. Cheating is cowardly and wasteful. Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that. I agree with that. KFI said, once you cheat, you have already made your choice. Oh, yes. He said it. And I believe that's a brother that just said that. Once you cheat, you already made your choice. If that's who I think it is, that's a brother. I think you might be right about that, sir. I think you might be right about that. Once you cheat, you already made your choice. However, let me move back to this. That may be the case, but you all know, like I know, I know you women know, he gonna come back begging like that was not the choice I was making. I had some kind of a brain injury, a closed head injury or something. So I'm gonna say you made a choice. But most of the time when men cheat, when they come back to you, they ain't coming back saying they made a choice. They messed up. They coming back with begging and pleading, saying, ooh, baby, I'm sorry. Ooh, baby, please. Ooh, baby, please. In the words of the little one with big eyes and ears. Can't think of his name right now. Okay, Danielle said, what does the word say about how a man is to treat his wife as love his wife as Christ does love the church? I don't think cheating is in there. I love it. I love it. I love it because Christ ain't stepping out on the church. Damn it. Yes, absolutely. That's good right there, Danielle. What does the word say about how a man is to treat his wife? I don't think cheating is in there. It ain't. I know that's right. It ain't in there. You right about that, Danielle. That's a good one right there. Tracy said, come on, Corey. Yes, Corey said, you do it to me. You just about done got done. I always say this. I always tell my husband, because everybody go through some shit. But I always tell him along the veins of what Corey just said. I always say, listen, you the head of this household, just as God would have it. So you make the rules to the game. And I don't mind playing. I don't mind playing. But you make the rules to the game. However you set up the board, that's how we going to play. I give you, you got carte blanche, however you set it up. And I mean that. Tracy said, Chad said, give me a second chance, please. I promise I'll change. Why does my 16-year-old know the script? Because he's a man. It's innate. It's innate. That's why. That's why. It's innate. Amy said she did. Yeah. 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 He can't help it. He's born with it. It's hanging low. You can't. That's why. Because it's hanging low. Okay. Okay. So that's quite interesting. So let me sum it up. So if we so there are several things. One thing is we are not required. If I heard you all correctly, y'all tell me yes or no when I rattle these off. We are not required to allow. Okay, wait a minute. Corey said, that's right, Vicky. Whatever rules you make, that's right. I follow as long as it's one set for. That's right. We're not doing two sets. It's just one. And I don't mind allowing you to create the rules for the game. I don't mind. I don't mind. I can sit back and let you create them. But once you create them, then baby, we gonna dance. We gonna play the game like you want it to be played, like you want to play it. Absolutely. Okay, so I hear you saying we are not required, Danielle, to sit and let you shit all over us, because you are to love your wife as Christ loved the church, and he was not stepping out on the church. You feel me? Christ was not stepping out on his bride. Period. All right. Daniel said, hell no. Okay. So we got that one under. We are not required. Also, we have to return to our vows in making a decision whether or not we're going to stay. Is that right, Amy? Did I sum that up good enough? We are to return to our vows in making this when needing to make a decision about whether or not we will stay. Let me know if I'm yes or no. My brother said, once you cheat, you already made a decision. Vicky said, thumbs up, hands up. Hands up. Danielle said, getting shit on ain't in the word. That's right. Amy said that's the word. Corey says, Corey, let me know if I'm in there. If I'm off, let me know. Danielle said what he said. Corey says, we don't believe in it. We don't support it. Period. Doing so would just make you a coward. So if that's what you do that because that's what cowards do. Am I right, Corey? Amy said yes. Yes. If that's what you do it because you're a coward. And here's the other thing. Let me go a little deeper in inquiry. Here's the other thing. Coward is some of it. The other thing is, oftentimes I think, and they don't talk about that, is they have a lot of time men have low self-esteem. All over, Corey said, do you? I'm out. Danielle said what Corey said too. All over the country, all over our media. You know, I'm sure they do it in other places, but I'm just talking about the US, so that's what I know. There's a whole lot of money that goes into talking about the low self-esteem of women. But all that cheating and stuff that we oftentimes see from men, I do believe has to do with the fact that they have low self-esteem and need too much attention. Can't just handle for themselves. So they need somebody to be stroking them, stroking their ego. It ain't all about stroking their dick. Sometimes it's stroking their ego and they get it mixed up with everything else. I do believe that. So yes, they are not courageous and they have low self-esteem all the time. Just for the same reason a lot of times women cheat. But we don't talk a lot about that. What we talk about is the low self-esteem of women, as if they're the only ones with it, or as if we're the only ones with it, and that's not the case. And then I'm going to round it out by saying, if you write the rules to the game, that's the game we're going to play. And I don't mind sitting back and letting you write them, because you are the head of the household. And so you're the master of your destiny. You are the master of your fate. You feel me? All right. I think we summed that up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. Okay. Corey says super low self-esteem, but you're a loser. Loser. Your cheating ass ain't worth me kissing your ass. I'll kiss an ass, but not a sorry cheating ass. That is the best closing we could possibly have. I had to read it again. Super low. No, it's this part that I got to get. Your cheating ass ain't worth me kissing your ass. I'll kiss an ass, but not a sorry cheating ass. Yes. Yes. Corey said, empower, employ. When is the next conversation? That's KFI. The next conversation is next Wednesday, Miss Vicky. Every Wednesday night, 10 o'clock. So glad you came back. Please do me a favor, like, share, and Well, you already commented, so I appreciate it. My goal, let me tell y'all what my goal is. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the time that we leave for Africa in February, so that I can broadcast from my phone. But I got to have 1,000 subscribers to do that. So please help me get to 1,000. I got to be able to post from my phone. I want to vlog every day when I'm in the motherland. So I can share with you all enough information that you say, I want to go to. So thank you all for coming by tonight. I appreciate y'all. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully you did too. Please like and share the stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And come back and see us again next Wednesday. Bring your topics and your ideas if you want to. Amy said that Crown Royal got me on 10,000. I didn't listen. I didn't even do that much. Amy, look at that. It's just a tidbit. But it might have me on it, or it might have me on it. So y'all come back and hang out with us next week. Same time, same place. Love you to life. Look forward to doing it again. Have a prosperous and a wonderful week. I appreciate you. See y'all next time.